Alright y'all, the year's winding down, so it's that time of year where I go back to Shudder and catch up on all the shit that I missed because they upload constantly. And I want to knock a bunch of these out before I make my end of the year list, so let's get down to it.
I thought I saw someone in the mirror.
What kind of someone?
Think a lady.
The Witch in the Window comes to us from Andy Mitten, one half of the team that brought us We Go On, and it tells the story of a father in a strained relationship with his 12-year-old son, and he takes him to flip a house, and they find out that house is haunted by an evil spirit named Lydia. Like I said, this movie's a Shudder exclusive. It comes to us from one of the directors of We Go On, a film that I rather enjoyed. So I went into this one with some moderately high expectations, and I came out kinda satisfied. The Witch in the Window is a film that is like jumping distance away from greatness, but there are always these little things that hold it back from being truly fantastic. There's some really great, masterful things in this movie. It's shot well, there's some decently chilling scenes, but there's also a bunch of shit that just feels very uninspired and at times kinda lazy. On the more positive end, this film does all the things that made me love We Go On. It captures this overall tone of melancholy and dread that pervades every inch of the film beginning to end. Even in the slower scenes when nothing is happening, there's this constant creeping fear that something's gonna go wrong any minute. There were two scenes that legitimately gave me goosebumps and had me like shivering in my seat. On top of that, the relationship between the father and the son is very well written and very charming and very believable. And the story of their attempts at reconnection is incredibly relatable and moving at times, and it really serves to help you care about these characters. It's overall just a really tight, well-paced, charming script. The problem is that a good script can only get you so far, especially when a bad performance can ruin a good script, and boy oh boy are the performances in this movie bad. They're like really bad, like high school play bad from everyone across the board. And it's a shame because the characters and the dialogue are so well written, but the performances do anything but sell it. Like, it consistently ranges from like, oh, that reading was weird, to Jesus Christ, how did they not get another take of that? It's really rough, and at times it makes the movie kind of feel hard to get through, even at its short runtime of 77 minutes. On top of that, there's a lot of this movie that just kind of makes it feel cheap, and mind you, it's a very low-budget film, so I'm not actually using its budget as a slight against it. There are things that they get away with in this movie that are really impressive considering their budget. But other times, for example, every single one of Lydia's appearances, it ends up feeling more like they're cutting corners than working within a minimal budget. And for me, those were the points when this film really just kind of faltered a lot, and it just took me out of it hardcore. Overall, I can't call this movie bad or anything. It was decent, and it had some really good, impressive things going for it. I was just hoping for a bit more given the last film by this director. I'm gonna say that The Witch in the Window is good for fans of creepy, atmospheric slow burns. It's beautifully shot and incredibly well written, but it's oftentimes held back by its own budgetary restrictions and absolutely terrible acting. It's definitely not the worst thing you could watch on Shudder. There are plenty of worse films on there, but there's also plenty of better films on there. I'm never going to really revisit this one, but I wouldn't tell you to not watch it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, click down there, like, comment, subscribe. There's a link down there. There's a Patreon now. I have a Patreon. If you want to be like these cool people right here, you can click that link and check out my Patreon and look around and see if there's anything you want to donate. Even $1 helps, guys. I would really appreciate it if you did, but even if you don't, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon.
Please don't make me look at her.